Polymarket is the new website that lets gamblers make big bucks betting on elections and other political outcomes. So, for example, on the website, there's currently $500 million wagered on who will be the 2028 Democratic nominee. Gavin Newsom, the most likely, according to Polymarket. And there's $4 million wagered on whether China will invade Taiwan this year. I think Polymarket gives it a 15% chance. The website sells itself as a way of allowing the wisdom of crowds to help forecast the future, but it's also a gift to people with insider knowledge who want to make a quick buck. Joe Pompliano hosts a sports and betting podcast. He tweeted this on Saturday. So he said a newly created Polymarket account invested over $30,000 yesterday on Maduro's exit. The US then took Maduro into custody overnight, and the trader profited £400,000 in less than 24 hours. Insider trading is not only allowed on prediction markets, it's encouraged. So Polymarket doesn't require you to use a real identity when you make a bet. And this is just, so a new account comes up, puts all this money on Maduro going, makes all this money. So obviously loads and loads of speculation that this is an insider trader with close knowledge of what's going on in the White House. So people have speculated maybe it's Barron Trump, his son. I'm not sure what the basis of that is. Lots of people suggesting maybe someone in the Pentagon, which seems very plausible. This is also not the first time high-profile insider trading appears to have gone on the platform. So in December, a Google insider made $1 million by correctly predicting what Google would later reveal to be the most widely used search terms on its platform against an account which is created suspiciously, makes loads and loads of bets which turn out to be true, presumably because they knew. It's also not the first time the Trump administration has been accused of facilitating insider trading. So in May last year, ProPublica revealed that more than a dozen US officials sold stocks before Trump's tariffs sent the markets plunging. Many of those went on to buy those stocks back after the tariffs-induced crash. So once they recovered, you buy them back, you make thousands because you sold them high, then it crashes, then you buy them back when they're low after the crash. You buy the dip. It's very easy to buy the dip if you know exactly what trade policy is going to be over the next 24 hours. The officials as well, this wasn't just minor people, included the transport secretary who sold off shares in almost 36 companies 2 days before a wave of tariffs were announced. I'm sure he denies that any insider trading took place. Aaron, I'm sure the reason that Maduro was taken out wasn't so this one person could make $400,000, but it's still a kind of grim sign of how seriously the people in the White House take their job, which is like, ooh, I found out they're going to take out Maduro tomorrow. Let's put a bet on Polymarket.
We just keep on creating more and more shitty incentives within Western politics. This is one example, and I find it remarkable. You can set up anonymously a new account and just put down $30,000 and no problem. No questions asked. You see this time after time, local government reorganization in this country. Who wrote the original report? Pricewaterhouse, PwC. They wrote it. That's now being mentioned by the government with regards to the English devolution white paper. Who's going to get all the money from that devolution and streamlining services and integrating services and, merging IT and finance and all the back office functions? PwC. So we have this bizarre moment in Western politics where we can't run anything. We can't build anything. Rentier is just a running riot across the economy. And the kind of standout businesses that kind of embody the age we live in are OnlyFans, Polymarket, and big tech, right? Which is basically about capturing the attention spans of kids and making them feel like shit. So look, I think the fact that Polymarket is able to do this, the fact that it's a household name increasingly, I think it's kind of emblematic of where modern capitalism is. Particularly its US model. Now, there are some other companies that do create quote-unquote real value. NVIDIA, the world's most valuable company, actually doesn't make things, but it makes the blueprints for other companies to make things, these microprocessors. But broadly speaking, Michael, it feels like the household names of modern capitalism are just like bullshit fake companies peddling gambling, addiction, distraction, and waste. And that's consultancy firms all the way through to Pornhub. Sorry, Pornhub. I'm not, actually. You should go out of business.